What's up, guys? Welcome back to another venture episode. I know these venture episodes are kind of like lackluster since I'm not necessarily doing too much other than ventures. One thing I do want to call out is this metal team leader thing again. And even though like it can be infinite, it sucks. So I never really got to explain it. It does work. Um, or it should work. I'll say it should work a lot better if you're using it to defend something instead of kind of like an encampment mission or an eliminate and collect. So it's only really like sort of like an infinite item that you use around a defense, something you're defending. Um, Another thing that I got asked is instead of, let's say, this character, this Fire of the Dragon, why don't I get the Ice Queen? And the Ice Queen, I don't have her actually. Oh, that's easier to. I can just toggle descriptions. Okay, the Ice Queen. Let's go to her real quick. She is an event person. I don't know where she's at. Holiday Heroes. Yeah, the Ice Queen. I'm pretty sure I have her, but her abilities basically increase damage against frozen enemies by 14%. So if you're using Zenith, you could have this character as well. Since you're going to be freezing enemies, you would think it makes sense to have. I think I do have her. She was an Outlander, right? No. What was she? Wasn't a constructor, a soldier? No, she was an Outlander. I think probably. I think she was. Was she? What was she? No event people. Holiday. She was an Outlander. I don't have her. That's crazy. Was an Outlander, yeah. Okay, I guess I don't have her. I did have her at one point. I don't know where. I don't know where I lost her, but I did have her at one point. I remember scrapping her. I didn't want her. Uh, but you could have that. I'm using this just for affliction, so I can try to get a freeze off of the affliction damage. Right. So that's the only reason to use that. Anything else I need to go over with heroes? I don't think so. Actually, yeah. This this venture season, this setup is not infinite, as in um you can't keep popping your ain't done yet, or what's it called, going commando over and over. I read the perk thinking it was the name of the ability. It does, I believe, have like an 11-second cooldown, and you can change that. You can use this character essentially. If you can see, it says uh decreases going commando cooldown by 30, and that is if you have him as your perk, your standard, so you're in your support team basically. And you can decrease it by 66 if you have him main, and if you have it by 66 and you have this, then you're probably gonna have like a 5-second cooldown, but your going commando isn't gonna last as long as having a hero that gives you the duration increase. So you can sacrifice that. Some people prefer it that way. They'd rather have a 5-second cooldown and it last only 25 seconds than have a 12-second cooldown and have it last 35 seconds. But it's trade off for whatever you want, really. You don't need survivalist and you don't need fuel for the fallen, so you can change those to whatever characters you want. Um, you could. What else could you have? You could have like an assault damage. Someone who will help you do a little more damage with your weapons. Or you could. There's a lot of things you could have. You know, launcher damage, hardware stuff, armor again. You could have double armor, but I don't think that's gonna help very much. Um, or you could go for an ability damage, which is kind of nuts. Uh, Not that it's good, but it's sort of a crazy thing that I haven't even played with myself. Because you could technically, if you see over a team perk, you could put you could put, let's see, where's it at? You could put blast from the past, which removes your shield, and then have while shield is depleted, increase ability damage, and you know if you remember, your ability is going commando, which will increase damage by 20, and then you have broomstick, which increases it by 25. So you know you may be doing more damage, but it's probably a sacrifice again of your ability cooldown. But that's totally up to you. This is the farm build. All you really need, as I said last time, is Falls of Southie. Um, two heroes of the two heroes of the prehistoric era, I guess you could say, and then strike cost. You could swap strike cost or Falls of Southie. It doesn't matter. Um, Practiced in combat. This is kind of what I use for Storm King. Um, with the assassination, um, dealing weapon damage will increase the melee weapon damage. So, that's for horns. You could use. Oops, sorry. You could use the Fury, or you could use the Ravager, but I have the Ravager triple attack speed, so if I have to, I usually use the Ravager. My ninth one is a launcher build. You guys, or it was a launcher build. I could change that back actually. All you need is this character and this character, and there you go. That's your launcher build again. War cry duration, yeah, weapon damage, fast exploding for more damage, explosive for more of a chance to not use ammo, and then cooldown. Yeah, gotta change though. I'm gonna use my minigun for this mission coming up, but I just passed it. Okay, so we're gonna run this encampment. I'm doing the easier missions right now because I don't have a lot of crafting material, unfortunately. And to get up the crafting material, it's probably easier to run destroying encampments. Those are usually pretty helpful in gaining crafting material. Because as you know, the metal ones, or the ones that look like they give a metal building material, they give mechanical parts and batteries sometimes. So those are worth doing. The brick ones will give you a sort of, what's it called? They'll give you rough ore, or they'll give you dang, I forgot what it's called. Or a mineral powder. I just remembered. Or a mineral powder. And the wood ones will give you planks or a certain twine. So, what else? The ore ones. The ore ones will give you usually that ore, or if it looks like usually it's like a copper ore. It'll look like, but it's an ore of that level you're in. So if it's like a 34 zone, it might give you silver, or if you're in ventures, it might give you I'm forgetting the names. Malachite. There you go. It might give you malachite ore. Ventures is a little different in the ore drops. And then the crystal ones will drop you any crystal of that level. So it could be like quartz crystal, or it could be quartz crystal or like shadow shard or sunbeam. You know what I mean? Okay. This area is always kind of hard to find the objective. You can see it over there, but usually kind of matches in with the background. So even if you're down there looking up, it's so bright out here that it's hard to find it. I'm pretty sure I explained that previously. But it's not necessarily anything new in the game either, so it's not like I can, hey, there's something new, check this out, let's try it out. Since the only thing that came out recently was what was it, a hero and some weapons, and those weapons weren't even good. Where the hell is this thing at now? Did I pass it, or am I just? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, kind of lost sight of it. That freaking. Still kind of like, not necessarily sick, but I still got like phlegm buildup in the back of my throat, so I'm still coughing all that up. And you're probably like, "Oh, dude, it's been like a week, or actually more than a week, and you're still sick. You're still." Yeah, I know. I don't like dealing with it either, but every so often I'm spitting up nasty stuff, so I have to deal with it. I have to cough over it. So sorry if you hear me coughing. Yeah, see? Gave me mechanical parts. And this is I used my STW. So, if that doesn't tell you. I do want to share some tips, I guess, how to level up faster. Obviously, I can't. I'm going to level up as fast as I can level up when I play this. Usually, I play it in sessions of like a few hours. If I don't get bored too easily, usually I get kind of bored of this. I have no one to play with, so I had no one to play with most days, right? Some days I got a few guys, but most days it's just me, and it gets kind of boring by myself, so you know how it is. You get demotivated. Dude, you don't demotivized. You don't feel very motivated. It's to really play it by yourself sometimes. It's a totally different scenario with like single player games. As I mentioned previously, I did like Skyrim, and I did games similar like that, but there's the games, and those were always interesting to me. Unlike this game, this game is somewhat repetitive, and the only thing I necessarily bring to the table now is just doing it to get survivor superchargers and or to help people in the game, which is kind of the reason why I started this series on it. I guess I would say is kind of to play and hopefully give you guys some tips on how to level up, or you know what I mean, level up, or what guns are good, what guns are not good. So it's basically what this is about. I know I haven't always been doing that, but it's not always you can do it. There's so much to talk about, but it's like where to start. You know what I mean? But it's usually a case by case scenario anyway, right? People are at different levels, whether that be in the game or just general comprehension. You know, some people are entirely new to it, so they need more help figuring out what does what and stuff like that. And I have someone who's like that I played with recently. He's just like coming back to the game after years of not playing it, and he didn't really know what was what anymore. But that's cool. I hope I get to play it more with him and his friend, and he gets to learn more about it. I'm always kind of excited to help people out like that and teach them a little more about it. His friend as well hasn't played in some time, so it's kind of like I'm teaching both of them sometimes. These guys are jumping me. These guys. What is it chasing? I don't understand. These enemies sometimes just run off like mid-fight. They run off mid-fight to look for anything else to do but but try and fight, and then they end up wandering off somewhere far away. Or if it's a one of the smaller guys, the little mini husks, they like to jump around. And in this map, well, I know for a fact in this map specifically, they can jump into these, and they'll be stuck like right here, but inside the map, which is kind of super annoying. I know they do it for other maps, but I've noticed that for this map, it happens a little more often, which is kind of sucky. Oh, that's a piece of. I thought that was a piece of paper. That's a bird. Okay, I think I do need shotgun elims though. I should be trying for shotgun elims. Shotgun eliminations. Let's see. I killed 2. So if there's a counter, yeah, 167. I think the last game I had played, I made it to like 100 and. Well, if it's 167, then I made it to 160. What, 5? In one game. It was the same mission as well, but it was before the mission reset. I had played it for a video coming out. Was coming out tomorrow, but for you guys, this video will have came out. This video will come out like I think like 3 or 4 days after. Well, really, it's 4 days away, but no. Let's see. Yeah, this video is coming out. Okay, buddy. I know I could. I don't know if you guys are. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware as well. But all you really need to get shotgun limbs and get them as fast as possible is to kind of just shoot some enemies a couple times with your shotgun, maybe like once or twice. Do some damage on them. You know what I mean? In this case, since they're 34s and I'm a little higher, probably by 1 power level, I think. Yeah. I need to shoot them once, and then I could mow them down with my minigun. And I'll show you that counts as well. I just want to try to get my hits on them before I do it. See, that guy, I'm not gonna count. It's not gonna count, but these guys, it should count. And I'm not gonna have my minigun for a while now that I pulled it out. But oh no, I jumped over him. But yeah, it's kind of how it works. You can do shotgun damage, kill him, and then get the count for it, I guess you could say. Okay, that should have been the mission. Oh, okay. Oh, 1 more, 2 more. Did they come back? They're probably chasing an animal and killed it, which is super annoying. They just disappear on you. Okay, see, that will give a crystal, but it's not a high enough mission to give me a shadow shard or sunbeam, so it's gonna give me that one. And it will give both most times, actually. So it's not like you'll get one or the other; you'll get both. Okay, 34. 34. I need like 70 kills. Speeds. Let's need another Kamet. I think if I had a different shotgun, I could do it faster, or higher level shotgun, probably would have did it faster. But yeah, it's... Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna take damage. Okay. Well, these missions are easy. They give you a bit of level, but if you're playing with teammates, I suggest you guys take turns farming or have materials stacked. You let one, let's say, level up, upgrade and build the defense for it, for an objective. If it's a, where did I see that thing at? If it's an objective based mission, give me a gun, yeah. If it's not, and it's like this mission, then it doesn't worry about it. You guys can farm or do whatever if you can actually. Since I mean most missions you can kind of just farm. Like this one, I could have been an outlander and been fine. But for the sake of just doing it to do it, since it's kind of something I always do when I play these missions. For now, I guess, since I don't have a xenon bow, but once I get a xenon bow, it's pretty much done. I could be one of my xenon builds and not worry about enemies at all anymore. But back to what I was saying, if you got a teammate you could be with, take turns getting material. One mission you get material, the mission, or you guys could both do it at the same time. Obviously, some missions are you could do it at the same time. Not saying don't. I actually recommend you guys farm at the same time and get everything done at the same time. That's freaking great. It's easier on both of you. You don't have to take turns. But yeah, one of you build, the other one kind of just hang out. Because more than likely, if you're high enough to have 5k build mats, then you're probably going to be able to build whatever you need to build in that 5k. I have a little bit left over. You could have recycling. I usually recommend one teammate run recycling, the other teammate, don't run recycling. You run supercharged traps. Supercharged traps, so that you guys don't worry about trying to get material again. You can kind of just farm at least a small portion of your material back, and in some cases you can get enough to do a whole other mission off of what you gathered from it. Okay, see what I need. I need that. It didn't let me pick up the brick. Alright. We can kind of power through these now that I got the shotgun eliminations. I don't remember what that was for. That might have been a daily, but I don't remember. If it's a daily, I'm getting V-Bucks. If it's not, I could check actually. What am I thinking? Let me open this. Okay, but back to the tip. Scatterbrain, sorry. Back to the tips, right? You could, one of you. I need to, I need to refocus. One of you recycling to get some material back. The other one, supercharged traps for the damage if you need it. I don't know. I know all the time you don't need it, so for these lower level missions, you're probably not going to need it. So you guys can both run recycling, and you'll both be freaking great because. If one of you is building, the other one isn't. One is always going to stay max materials, which means your teammate can harvest from your recycler, thus, doubling your material gathering. Where's there? Where there? Come on, dude. Where'd it go? Oh, had to be that. I knew it. I figured it was one of those little slime balls. But yeah, essentially doubling your guys' material, which would make it easier for you guys to run more missions more often. But at the same time, over gathering and having too much materials and being too inclined to do missions back to back kind of makes you run out of materials pretty quickly. Which is kind of what happened to me, which is why I'm low on materials and not really doing like any 4 times missions in this episode, because if I did, then I would really have no materials, and the only thing I can craft right now are traps that are plank reliant and twine reliant. Which works. You could do missions like that, but it gets harder when you have to kill mini bosses that are like trap vulnerable, because then You know, you don't necessarily have traps to do damage, and if you do, you might have few. But yeah, highly recommend if you can do the double XP 4 player recommended. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to pub queue. You can queue you and your friend. You guys both run constructors, and you know, you guys should be fine. It shouldn't be a thing, especially if you both have a constructor setup. It's they probably wouldn't even get through anything. I know I ran the constructor I currently not currently am. Keep forgetting. Not the constructor I currently am, but my Ice King. I run my Ice King, and I have a friend run Power Mod. That way, the buildings or structures can heal while my Ice King freezes them. Right, and Ice King does obviously have like a limit. It can't just freeze them over and over forever. It has a cooldown. It actually can freeze them over and over forever, but it does have a cooldown. Nothing up here, but I'll take the. I'll take. There might be something down here, but I don't want to go down there. I got 3 minutes and I want more loot. But I mean, in lower level missions, having items that are like plank reliant is actually really good. But as you progress, you're gonna want more material to have better traps. You could solo as well. It's not like something you need to duo, but having a duo or having a trio, it's just gonna make your life so much easier. Especially if they got constructors as well that they can add onto the base, or they got a setup like this that they can use. You know what I mean? You're just gonna be mowing down enemies, and it won't even be a thing. Okay, tell me another one's just following some random animal. Oh, that's an animal, but it's not. Yeah, there it is. He knew what was up. He turned around. I ducked under. You see that? Okay. Food. I don't need the food. I don't really like carrying it on me. This is one of the things I very much dislike is that they like auto pick up food for you, and sometimes it's cool. It's clutch to have it. Other times it's kind of taking up a spot like of your wafer if you use wafers. Should I upgrade? I need to repair this. Alright, I'm pretty stacked on silver. That's one thing I was worrying about while I was getting. I'm probably just gonna wait a minute since it's freaking. But yeah, I definitely recommend playing at least duo. You can solo queue, which will probably like solo pub queue, and that could help you a lot. I've known people who do only that for ventures and progress rather quickly, because essentially you're relying on your teammates, but at the same time, personally, I don't like to rely on public teammates because you never know if they're actually going to be objective oriented, or are they going to be just looting whatever they can in that time span and then leaving. Because it has happened before, and I hear a lot of people I know who play complain about that being a huge thing. Like, they don't help me. They kind of just sit around and do nothing, and I'm forced to build, and I'm forced to, build and put traps and all that stuff just because they don't want to. And that's crappy. It's crappy that they do that. You know what I mean? I understand that if you want to loot, go ahead and loot, but at the same time, be here to help in some way. We all want to pass the mission. We all want to progress. So, pitch in. But yeah, I mean, even the missions that aren't like double XP, what you could do is you could find a decent mission like an atlas, a single atlas, so fight the storm one, and you could oh, it did give me a few bucks, and you could just max it out. Something I do as well, not super often, but I don't need another tar pit. Not super. I was saying not super often, but like this one we could do. I don't think I have enough brick for that though. So if we find like a single atlas, let's say for me in a 46 zone, I find a single atlas, and it's not 4-player recommended like this one, like this retrieve data, then I'll max out that single atlas and play it, and you should get some decent XP. It is always recommended you play the 4-player recommended ones. As you can see, you get 4,700 venture XP from that storm, and then you get a 2 times XP, which is always really good. So let's see. I probably should have played the eliminate and collect first, because now I want to farm materials. Should you say screw it and get in there? Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can do it with low materials. It's a water storm, so we could do it with wood. I don't have a lot of metal, which is why I said we could do it with wood. We'll see the landing spot, because the landing spot is it's not good. Then doing it with wood would be pretty hard, but I know we could do it with wood. I've done me and 2 friends of mine. They kind of play off and on. Usually off, and rarely on. But in the past, we've taken on 160s with wood structures, which is always like one of the coolest things I say. Is like, dude, we used to do 160s with wood. It would be like a water storm, or it would be a nature storm, and we would make it out of wood. And it was always like, yeah, no, you didn't. But those of us who did it were like, yeah, we did. We did. And it was cool. Oh, that's a mimic right there. It's gonna come around and try to get me. Oh, it's gonna hit me. I have to kill it before it breaks, or it'll get its health back. That's unfortunately how mimics work. If they are hitting a decoy and your decoy breaks, they get health from that decoy. Just like they get health from hitting you. They're vampiric in yeah, they're vampiric in nature. Meaning that they're usually vampiric. So they will gain health from slapping you, just like they will gain health from your stuff breaking. Can you get off of me, sir? Jeez. Okay, I need to break this. And I need to break this. And I need to kill this. Oh, searching that. There's a lot of ammo crates are in here, which is why I always say you don't need to craft ammo. Don't craft ammo. There are ammo crates all over the place. As you can tell, I'm maxed out on like almost 3 different materials or ammo types. Let's check my ammo actually. See, maxed in explosive, maxed in heavy, maxed in light ammo. Nowhere near maxed for energy, medium, or slugs. But mainly because I'm spraying with this gun, it's a fast fire rate, so it is bound to waste a ton of ammo. But I believe the max for it is 3K, and I'm like 1.9, so it's halfway. You could say half of 3 is 1.5, so more than half of that ammo without ever crafting it. So that doesn't tell you shouldn't craft ammo. I don't know. I'm gonna need 2 more of those. Actually, I'm gonna need 4, 6. And these I'm gonna need 3. Okay. You should know you should know by now, at least those of you that watch the videos consistently. I'm not sure if people do that yet, but if you do, you know my traps have certain perks on them, so I use certain traps for certain things. That's why I crafted 8, or have 8 of my more than 8. Sorry, of my wall spikes. So the wall spikes I'll use on the outsides of these walls, not on the inside. These are the insides. The outside I mean like this side. And the insides I will use. Sorry if you could hear my thumbsticks clicking or my 7, 8. I need 12 of these, just like my 12 wall spikes, because they're going on the insides. Right? These are going on the insides. And they're also going on the kind of like face of the wall, these walls. Okay. And I'm sure if you guys have been here for a little bit, you'll know that the wall darts can shoot through those ramps or those edited cones, whichever you like to call them, and they can do damage to them. Let's see. Can I craft? I don't even know if I can. I can. Okay. I hate when that happens. I can't control how much I. So I have to use my mouse to do it, which is really annoying. But it's cool because I could always, the mouse is right in front of me, so it's fine. But it sucks that I have to let go of the controller. I mean, I could use my controller and mouse at the same time. See, I'm walking with my controller, thumbstick, and moving left and right with my mouse. So you could use both inputs at the same time. It's kind of weird to do that, but you can. Okay, we also need 4 of these. And what else do I want? I don't want to craft those because I'm running low on that. I should probably just craft 4 though, just for the inner sanctum. Just in case enemies want to throw stuff, they throw it, hits this, and it gets shot by these. You could put 2 if you don't have a lot of material. You could put 1 here, 1 on the other side. That way it might, hit anything coming from here or anything coming from here. But it's better to have 4 just for the reload, I guess you could say. 1 will be on reload, 1 won't. And you never know if either will be messed up as well. So messed up or down, on reload cooldown. Okay. But I know these don't have a ton of health. But as soon as I put my base down, if it'll even reach all corners, since sometimes it doesn't. Okay, now it should have a little bit more health. Yep, 3,000. And if you're asking, well, what if a Smasher runs into it? I have Ice King on, so if a Smasher does, the Smasher will just stop. It will probably do its damage. Oh, Porta Fort. It'll probably do its damage to the base, but it won't completely break through. So with a Porta Fort, I can do something very cheaty and have a center of oh, but then I'll need to craft more. It's just a problem. Okay, the easy way around it is to kind of wait just until the balloon drops, like I always do, and then do it. Let's see. not necessarily, I was gonna say pro tip, but it's not necessarily a pro tip. It's kind of an observation I've made. These carts right here, if you're an Outlander, you'll realize that sometimes they shine purple, and that's because they give you purple drops, which is kind of wild. They give you purple drops. I had to reload. Did I just force two blow? Did they both explode? Hey, buddy's upstairs. Okay. But, oh, he blew up the front of it. What else? These can also give you... Not those. It kind of look like those, though. Let's see. If we could find an empty one, that'd be cool. Example. Spray can right here. An empty one. Searching stuff is always worth it, especially in adventures. As you can see, I got traps, which means I got some planks. I probably got some twine in return. These also give you stuff. Let's see. If there's an empty one to show you, then that'd be great. This house doesn't have a ceiling. Well, kind of. I mean, it does, but let's get some of this metal. Okay, I'm probably not gonna find one, so it's easier just to say that I'm gonna cut when the balloon drops, and I'll see you guys in a second. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, we got 10 seconds to the thing lands. I'm gonna put a... actually, I think I'm gonna put these inner wall spikes to give it more health. And then I'm gonna put a floor, and I'm gonna throw the porta fort. If I can... Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're good. Oh, I caught myself. This thing makes it really bouncy, which makes enemies really pissed. I hope nothing's broken yet, which would be funny if it was, but I hope nothing's broken yet. Let's edit a hole down in here. Let's see how things are going. The walls are holding. They are healing, not necessarily fast, but I mean they're healing. They're doing what they should do, pushing enemies back, killing them, healing. They're attacking that floor for some reason. I should just let them. It's healing rather quickly, honestly. I very much dislike those damn bees. Okay. It's healing. Okay. Well, when we need to, we could throw down our banner. And, I'm pretty sure I told you guys the banner will give the base a ton of extra health, which is always good, especially when you need it. And you never know when you're gonna need it, so... I'm gonna need it now, is what it seems like. Okay, yeah, because these structures need some time to heal. I do think... I don't know why I went way over there. I do think so my wall darts have heals attached, and my wall spikes have increased health, so I guess that's why the walls are healing pretty nicely, but at the same time, if they take too much of a beating... See, it healed a little bit, but if it's too much of a beating, too constantly, then like that, oh my god, then they will break. And even with my power mod, like, as well, it's still like they just overwhelm it, unfortunately, which is what's gonna happen to this wall if I don't clear them off of it. Get off. Okay, there we go. Now I put a slow field by this wall because I want the wall to repair itself. The wall will repair itself. I know that it will, especially since I have heals attached, and then I have power mod as my support. I know for sure that the wall will heal itself. I just need to give it time. Oh, he despawned. Okay, perfect. They end up despawning if they can't break a wall or get or hitting a wall for too long. They despawn. So if you could trap an enemy just like that, then they will despawn. Okay, I am healing my walls because I know they will take a ton of abuse. So if I can, I'll try to heal them as much as I can. Because they will get slapped. If I had nades, this would be cool, but I could just run through them all like that. And if you're going to run this like freezing sort of decoy, then you're going to want a cooldown and not a decoy extension. Because that'll just ruin it. Okay, he's healing way too fast for me to kill him, unfortunately. So I'm just going to keep distracting him over here. There's like two of them there, so there's no way that there's no way I could kill one of them when they both are healing each other. And there's three of them, four of them. They're despawning. That's perfect. If I can get damage in while I am getting kills from the while I'm getting kills from the traps, and I can get my shotgun eliminations as well. But if I shoot this guy a couple times and he dies to one of the traps, it'll count as a shotgun elimination. So I could do that just and get all my kills as well when the guy's shooting at me. So it's another easy way to get your shotgun eliminations in. It's kind of just, you could stand up on the base as well and just kind of spray into him. And that'll get your shotgun elims. This one is for ventures though. This is a venture quest, I think. There's a healer, I think, back there. Or something. I think it was healing. Oh, healing death burst. Oh no, this guy's gonna get through. Wall weakening fire. So he's definitely getting through. But we finished. So it didn't matter. And there you go. Did a mission with wood. How about that? It is possible, guys. You can do it in 160s as well. But you better be sure you have a team with you. And a good team at that, right? Hell yeah. Let's see what rewards we got. Hopefully I level up. If not, it's whatever. I'll level up later. But level 20 means a hero voucher. It's the first voucher. The first set of rewards. Good rewards, I guess you could say, out of the adventure season. I usually skip this. I just spam A and Y. Since A is to open it, Y is to collect everything. Really close. Yeah, really close. It's fine. I could do another mission off camera. I'm gonna do this one basically. Too many llamas as well, so it's like 100, 150, 200 gold maybe. Okay, I guess that is gonna have to be it for the video, guys. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.